Hi everyone and welcome to Stamp with Angela. I'm Angela Palmer and I'm going to share one of the stamp and punch sets from the annual catalogue. It's the Bottled Happiness set. So it's a stamp set and a punch. And I'm just going to make a simple card with you today, focusing on the stamp set, but I will also show you how you can use the punch too. And then there's potential to step it up with shaker cards and things as well. But for today, I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. So just give me a moment as I turn my camera around and face my workspace. All right, sorry about the close-up there. Turn the camera around. All right, now I just got to adjust things a little bit here to line it up. Okay, here we go. Don't worry, we will get there. And, oops, sorry. Tricky thing between being able to start off by talking to you and then setting it up for stamping. Okay, we'll just zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, so here you can see the Bottled Happiness stamp set, and this is one of those two-step stamps. So I don't know if you can see here, you've got your kind of flowers and things, and then you've got your leaves, and that's the way you can get the two colours, which is very cool. And then you've got a couple of different size bottles and things that you can use, and this one here has a punch that you can use as well. All right, so I've just made a very simple card, and I've used one of the in colours. Do you know which in colour it is? So it is Starry Sky. So this is really one of my favourite colours. I like them all, to be honest. I do like Orchid Oasis as well, but I've run out of cardstock and things, so I decided to go with the Starry Sky on this one. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my Stamparatus today to do some of the stamping, and it just makes it nice and easy to line. You can obviously use your blocks and things, but particularly if you're going to do multiples, then using the Stamparatus will make it nice and easy for you. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to bring over my Stamparatus. Now I've kind of set this up earlier, but I'll show you kind of what I've done. So if you need to have a go yourself. So on this plate, I've put the bottle, and then on the other side, the other one. And I've kind of rolled up the area that I'm doing. So I've got this piece here. And from memory, it was 8.5 by 13.8 or something like that. So I'm going to put it in here and put my magnets on it to hold it firmly in place. Because with these photopolymer stamps, sometimes the paper wants to come with it, but we want it to stay in the same place. All right, I'm just going to move everything up a little bit so hopefully you can see it okay. All right, so I'm just going to make sure I'm happy where my bottle is. Now, usually I'd have a chamois handy to wipe things, but I know that is in the other room, so I'm going to use a wipe today. Okay, so I'm going to start with the solid one. Now, ideally, I would put that flat down and ink it, but my camera stand is in the way, so we're just going to have to do it on an angle like this. Now, there is some ink on the plate, but because I'm not rocking it, it should theoretically be fine. Now, that's quite a lot of ink, but let's see. Oops, now it didn't work very well, but that's the good thing with the Stamparatus. I'm just going to move that over a bit, and we can have another go. Sorry if it's... Oh, look at that. Now it's great. So that's the good thing. Stamparatus, you get a second chance. Okay. Then I'm going to spin my plate around. And this is kind of the outline definition. And I kind of wanted to stamp off with this, but this particular colour didn't stamp off quite so well. So I've had to go with the same colour. And I'm going to push quite firmly. You can still see kind of that image of, if I hold this one up to you, can you see you know, you can see the base and a bit of line around it. It gives a little bit more definition to it. Okay, so move that colour out the way for the moment and move that plate out the way. Now I've got my flower. So again, I've set this up beforehand, but it's not too hard to do. So you want to make sure, if I can show you one here, there's this kind of bit there, which is where it's going to sit on your bottle. So kind of like that. And it's hard to see because I've got stamps on each side, but we're going to move that over a bit more just to hold the bottom down. And I'm using another in colour. This one is Sweet Sorbet. So like I said, it's better to lay it flat down, but I can't because my camera stand is in the way. Press all the way over. Maybe just I missed a bit. Now what's happening is, because it's nearer the magnet, it was a bit harder, but that was fine. I got to go back and have another turn. That's what I love about the Stamparatus. Okay, I'm just going to give that a wipe, turn it over. Now I've set this one up too. So what you need to do, and I'm going to actually adjust it a little bit, so I'll show you how so make sure it's clean to start with, and I'm going to take it off so you can see how I actually set it up. All right, shaking things a bit here. Okay, so I'm going to lie it down, and there's kind of these flowers which go inside here. So I'm just going to lie it on top and kind of place it where it should go. And also with it, it's a little bit bendy. You can see how you can kind of stretch it out. So you need to make sure that it's lined up nicely. So when I'm happy with it, then I'm going to put my plate down and hopefully it will stick to it, although it's just moved slightly. So let's just check it lines up. Yes, it's sticky with no ink on it, so it wants to bring up the cardstock. Okay, another in colour. I'm going to use the Parakeet Party, which is the green colour. And press down. Have I got it all? Oh, missed this side, but that's okay. We can go back for more. Probably this table isn't the best either because it's slightly springy. But there you go. Now I've done the inside area. So that is quite quick and easy on how to get two different. So you can use whatever colours you like for the flowers and the leaves and things, but two contrasting colours. And then I've also got my sending a little message. Now I could just stamp it on, but in case I do it wonky or something, I'm going to use my Stamparatus. Now your Stamparatus comes with two plates, which I've used both sides of. So I've actually got an extra plate here where I've put my words, so I can keep those ones on and then use them again if I want to. So I'm just gonna adjust this one too. So I'm gonna take it off, make sure it's clean before I put it on my card, and then decide where I want to put it. Make sure it's straight. I'm going to move those in a bit more just so it doesn't lift up. Okay, so that's where I want it. See how it's trying to pull it up. And we will go again with our Starry Sky and press it down. So if you've got a block and you end up getting ink around the edge and you rock it slightly, like I've got extra ink up here, you'll get it on your card possibly where you don't want. But at least with the Stamparatus, it's completely flat, so you're only getting it where your stamp is. All right, so nice and easy. Then I just need to put my card together, and I will show you another way with the bottle, but we'll finish this card first. So I thought this time I would try different colour card base. So this is the Sweet Sorbet, so it's going to go like that. So the red is standing out. So pretty simple to put together. I will grab my glue, which has gone for a walk. So you'll see, so this is the In Colour DSP, which is 6x6. There's four designs actually. There's this plaid one, and I think there's dots on the other side of that. And then this kind of flowery one, or stripes. We're going to go for the flowery one. So this is just 10 by 14.3. And now when I put this one on, I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. So I'm just going to put one in each corner and one in the middle to lift it up, and then it just makes it look a little bit more interesting. And now I can see, because of my highlighter, which ones I've taken off and which ones I haven't. Hi Karen, good to see you. Thanks for joining, and for the others that are joining too, thanks for your messages. Sorry I haven't seen them all. There we go, nice and simple, just like that. Now I will show you the punch. So I've kept this flat, just one dimension, but you could, instead of stamping it straight on there, you could just stamp your flowers and then put your bottle on afterwards. So let's just quickly do that so you can see the difference. But I won't make a full card, so let's put this one back in. So since that's there, let's just stamp our sentiment first. I'm kind of working backwards now. Right, lovely. Change that plate. We'll do our flowers again. And sweet sorbet. Beautiful. Give that a quick wipe. Turn it around, do our green, which is Parakeet Party. And how's it? Oops, I lifted the whole thing up, but thankfully I should have moved my magnets up a little bit higher. That has worked fine. Okay, so on a scrap piece of paper, I'm going to do my bottle. So I'm still going to put it in here just to hold it in place. I think about there. Now with my punch is going to come up like that. So I want it at the bottom of the cardstock. Doesn't actually matter if it's slightly wonky. I'm not going to be able to probably hold it at the bottom, but we'll try. So let's just see. Yes, that looks quite good. Let's try it in Orchid Oasis just as a... Oh no, we've used Starry Sky. We better stick with that colour. Oops. Okay. A very deep blue. Whoops, a bit patchy, but that's okay. Wonderful. Turn it round. Do that definition. And then we get to punch it out. Right. There you go. Can you see the kind of shape of the bottle at the bottom? Whoops. Oh dear. Yeah, we need to try and keep our magnets away from each other. Just right. So here we are, and we are going to punch it out. So let's put it in. I like to just let it grip when it's lined up so it doesn't jump or anything, and then punch it out. So now what I could do for this one, get rid of my dimensionals, is put it on. Sorry, now what I can do with this bottle is put it on with some dimensionals. So let's put a couple on. Whoops, that's not very in the center, but okay. And maybe one in the neck of the bottle. Since it wasn't very straight, I'm going to put some on the other side too. All right, nearly there. And then I can actually choose where I want to put it. Maybe down a fraction. There we go. So now that's got a bit of dimension to it as well. So if you can imagine that being on the card, my bottle has lifted up too. And oh, I forgot on this card, we didn't put our little bow on. So in the in colours, we have ribbon, but we've also got baker's twine in each of the 5 in colours. So here is some in Sweet Sorbet. So I'm going to use a glue dot to put that on. Just put it in there. Sticking with the red Sweet Sorbet colour. There we go. So nice, simple cards. Showing you the in colours and the wonderful bottled happiness stamp set and punch. And there we go. So as I said, you can get shaker domes for this. I've bought the shaker domes, but I didn't have anything to put in them, so that's in my next order. So maybe another time I will get to show you how to use it with a shaker dome. So I hope you liked these cards, and if you are interested in a catalogue and things and you don't have one, or you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me. So thank you for watching today, whether you're watching live or the recording. I appreciate your time. And yes, so I hope to see you again soon. And someone was asking about the Stamperatist. So yes, it is in the book. What I'll do is after this Facebook Live, I will find out where it is and share a link, and so you can see where that is. All right, thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.